Okay, this is Awkward Occurrence for Awkward Entertainment. And we're going to be checking out a few very short videos. As you read in the title, Obama said, calls out the woke culture and tells them not to be so judgmental of corruption and immoral ways. Even though he didn't put it that way, that's what he meant. So let's just go right to what he said. And it's a short video. Then we're going to check out another video that relates to the topic. Okay, so here we go. Obama calls out woke culture and urges younger generations not to be judgmental. It depends on what part of the woke culture he's talking about. Like the people who speak on fake news, propaganda. He talking about the woke black conscious community who always talk about being aboriginals from dirt, even though everybody's from dirt. I mean, what's this woke culture he's talking about? So let's just play this video. And of course, I'll stop and do commentary on it. So let's see. 'Cause no one accepts Obama's corruption and his little grin he had on his face during his last White House correspondent dinner before he left the White House. His acceptance of gays, like his wishy-wash of accepting gays. That's like a devil trying to tell people to accept the devil. Like, oh no, dog. Oh no. Oh no, you shouldn't be a preacher, Obama. You should not be a preacher. Let me get this set up over here. I ain't gonna go into I really don't care if his wife is a tranny or not. You know, they got an answer to that. You know, people did so many videos about that. All right, we good. Let's play the video.
Former President Barack Obama had a message yesterday for the so-called woke culture. Speaking at the Obama Foundation
The so-called woke culture that they will call you a man. There's a part of the woke culture that thinks everybody on TV that's a woman is a man, which I really don't give a crap. Like, you know, that's something you have to answer to God. Because God is very judgmental, and God will judge you. Even though you don't believe in God, you will be judged anyway. So-called, Mr. whatever your name is, lady, so-called lady. Look at that look on her face. Lady, look at that look. Okay.
in Chicago. He called for young people to not be so...
And of all places, Chicago.
This idea of purity and you're never compromised and you're always politically woke and all that stuff.
Okay, he's talking about politically woke. He doesn't clarify or expound on what the heck he means by politically woke. Politically woke, in my definition, is someone who doesn't someone who doesn't follow party lines, someone who not on Fox News commenting about Democrats or commenting about Republicans, and all those crazy people you see over at Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, all this divide and conquer you see in politics, this imaginary party lines. Because Trump could be a Republican today, a Democrat tomorrow. Somebody else could be a Democrat today, a Republican tomorrow. This shit is all made up, yo. That's this made up illusion.
You should get over that quickly. The world is messy. There are ambiguities. Yep. People who do really good stuff have flaws.
Say it. People who do really good stuff, like Katie Hill, I don't know what good she did. She should not be in office at all. Obama, what really good stuff did you do? You shouldn't have been in office at all. People who do really good stuff, that good stuff doesn't outweigh their sin, their corruption. But like I said in one video in the comment section, you can be a great manager, do really great stuff, but you can steal from the company. You can go home and beat your wife and kids. Nobody wants an unethical, abuser, dangerous person like that around them or running their company. I don't care how much money you brought into the company or so-called country. If you're corrupt and you're talking about the woke culture, you're going to be called out. And the younger generation, which is the leaders of tomorrow or the people of tomorrow also, should not accept corruption, should not accept less than perfect. To be honest, you should not accept less than perfect, especially when it comes to leadership or a pastor in a church.
The former president went on to call the term a danger among younger people and said he's noticed it used particularly on college campuses.
Particularly on college campuses, meaning like the indoctrination on college campuses ain't working no more? What? It's not working? Are y'all mad because you're getting called out? You're mad because people don't want to deal with the bullshit? I'm glad I got 27 dislikes now, 27 dislikes. I'll dislike his ass a million times. World is messy because of the devil, and the devil uses people in sin and greed and unsound mind people like Mr. Obama, unsound mind people like Trump, like Biden, a lot of these unsound people in so-called power, a lot of these unsound people who call themselves Masons, a lot of these people who try to change what is normal to the new norm, to immoral. Like they want the new norm to be teaching your kids homosexuality in school. In Canada, the new norm is if you mispronounce a transgender by their pronoun, you can go to jail. How's that acceptable? The world is messy because of people like you. You understand that, right? Y'all understand that, like him. If anybody real corrupt and evil listening, it's messy because of you. And it's not accepted. And God is accepted. So let's get to the next video. Dude, I can't see more Mr. Obama. Let's go into some of the messy mess he's talking about. What the heck he talking about? There go a big old mess right there. Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. Look at them two raging homosexuals. These two industrial homosexual plants on YouTube. Look at this. This is a shame. This is shameful. This is shameful. I'm not looking at that. Yeah, they're reopening Jeffrey Epstein case after they paid everybody. Or could be reopened. I don't know why. You already paid. You paid all his sluts. Those were sluts, yo. All his sluts have been paid. What you want next? You gonna open a dead man's case? Come on now. Oh, they was good for that in Rome 1,000 years ago. Prosecuting dead people and using animals as witness. As an animal could freaking be a witness. Now let me find. There we go. There we go. Here we are. Here we are. Let's click this. All right, this is the shooting. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Yeah. We're gonna look at another video about this. 3 dead, 9 injured. People who do gematria, you know what that means. In a party during a Long Beach home. 3 people were killed and 9 others were injured Tuesday night when gunfire erupted at a party in Long Beach, California. All right, let me widen this. Okay, now, what do we know about California off the top of our heads? They legalized marijuana. They legalized recreational use of magic mushrooms. What else we know? Of course, you got Hollywood, which Hollywood is something the witches use. You have a bunch of satanic shops and so-called spiritual shops. You know, if you're a so-called spiritual shop, you're a satanic shop. Satanic shops in California. You probably got some psychic shops in California. What else can we say about California? Well, California is burning right now. I don't know why California is burning. I don't believe in those direct energy weapons. No, I don't research that. Don't believe it. But again, got a lot of wickedness in California. So let's play this video about the messy world we live in that Obama talks about and about woke people.
On the arrival of the initial engine company and the paramedic unit, they obviously were confronted with a scene that was very chaotic. There were a total of 12 patients that were involved in this incident. 3 confirmed fatalities. All 3 of those are adult males, estimated to be in their mid-20s. 9 patients were transported to local area hospitals, 5 immediate and 4 delayed patients. And again, they were being treated for Long Beach Fire Department paramedics.
And he's just gonna be talking. That's just a scene of the messiness in the world. Let's find another one. 3 dead, 9 injured in shooting during party at Long Beach. Let's see. Long Beach. I spelled that wrong. I should have put BITCU. Okay. We're gonna go back to Obama in a second. I just want to check out another video. I wasn't gonna cover this, but since Obama talking about woke culture, Mr. Obama, one of the most corrupt presidents, one of the most lying presidents, wants to talk about the woke culture in the world, and especially on college campuses. Well, are they scared that too many people are waking up? Like what? Are they scared too many people are coming to common sense or are getting out the matrix? What? They're scared too many people want real change and not to change Obama Bart with all this homosexual and all this other whatever else he was doing. People want real change. People don't want politicians change. People want real change. Now let me go back. And they thought Trump brought some real change. Trump ain't bring nothing. Him and Obama are butt buddies. It's a metaphor. They are butt buddies. Let's get into this. I don't think it's gonna be any interviews on this. I might be live for a while, y'all, cause I got nothing else to do. Well, that got me. Obama little comment got me. Why you mad at the woke culture? That must be the house where it happened. And they just showing where it happened at.
So yeah, we live like a block away.
Okay, here go a guess. Let's listen to an eyewitness account of. I don't think it's an eyewitness account. Let's listen to this dude talk. I don't think he was there.
So yeah, we live like a block away, and we heard multiple gunfire. It sounded like 10 shots at least, and then next thing we know, there was like multiple ambulances, fire trucks, helicopters, and then we came outside and they had this thing blocked off within half an hour.
Within half an hour is fast. Keep going.
Next to Alaska's, why would they be brought there somewhere else for?
Let's see if we can find some more interviews. What's the bus for? Okay, let's see who they putting on this bus. I gotta find that host video. Dude who go around exposing propaganda news, and he says this thing about city buses being in these hosts. When you see a city bus, something that went down. So why do they put people on city buses for? On a city bus, that's one city bus. Okay, let's find another video about this. Obama and his woke culture. No disgruntled cook. That is TikTok. Do do do. Again, I don't believe any interviews came out about this. Why not? Let's do this. Here go one.
Remembering a man who gave his life protecting others. He was one of the victims of a deadly shooting inside a Long Beach bar. It all happened at Bottoms Up Tavern.
Said Tearless Sister. Who did this video and they put Tearless Sister? Oh, that's Destroyed in Our Rhythm. Go check out Destroyed in Our Rhythm. Yeah, this is the same event. But again, he mentioned the woke culture and politics. And he didn't expound on, he said politics, but still, it's more to the woke culture than politics.
And that's where KKLA's Crystal Cruz is live tonight after speaking with the victim's sister. Crystal?
Yeah, we learned tonight that this shooting went on for about 15 minutes inside this bar tonight. Friends and
The shooting went on for 15 minutes. Okay, earlier reports was there was 20 shots fired. It don't take 15 minutes to fire 20 shots, but again, they're bad. Maybe they got the wrong information because it don't take 20 minutes to shoot 20 rounds. Don't take 15 minutes to shoot 20 rounds.
family are remembering one of the employees killed, telling us he did something very heroic to save his coworker.
Just don't understand.
Cindy Marquez's brother, Manny, was working at Bottoms Up Sports Bar in Long Beach Tuesday night when a patron started shooting, killing Manny and wounding a cook. Cindy heard before her brother was shot, he helped save the bartender's life.
My brother grabbed the girl and they went underneath the sink.
Manny and wounding a cook. Cindy heard before her brother was shot, he helped save.
Legal cannabis. There's a cannabis shop next to there. This is why you don't do drugs, people. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Legal cannabis, really? This is why you don't do drugs. Drugs and teenagers, especially coke, don't mix.
The bartender's life.
My brother grabbed the girl.
Or in your 20s.
They went underneath the sink. Or they went under the bar. So that's when he was randomly shooting.
The bar's owner, Suzanne Blevins, says she was told by staff the shooter was here for several hours, didn't appear drunk, and she doesn't know what triggered him.
They said he looked like just walking through like the Terminator, just at anybody.
Suzanne also says an unknown man ran into the bar to stop the shooter and also fired off a round, but then ran out before police could talk to him. When a nearby
What? Ran in, fired a round, and ran off. Okay, keep going.
officer arrived, he heard shooting inside the bar and shot and killed the suspect. The bar's owner says police took the security video.
They did tell us that it was not a gang violent kind of crime. It was a very random, like a mass shooting type of situation.
Staff at Bottoms Up held a vigil Wednesday night and say they're all really close, like family. Cindy has been with the company 12 years, and her...
Sound like that cannabis shop next door. Somebody was doing too many drugs that night. That's what it sounds like. Okay, the woke culture know what's going on. But I'm just keep going.
Brother was hired on 6 months ago. Manny picked up an extra shift Tuesday night to make money for his family's holiday gifts.
He has my nephew and he is a grandpa, he's a family man. If you needed anything, he was there.
And she wasn't crying. She wasn't crying at all. Shit, a week ago there was somebody else injured in West Long Beach shooting. That might be the same one. CBS. Let's go back to Obama. I'm gonna go back to see if I can find a longer interview with Obama. Then I'm gonna end this live on that. So when he say woke culture, he wasn't talking about the people who expose propaganda. Even though I think it's kind of referencing it when he say woke. Okay.
0 calories and 100% natural. New Splenda Stevia, made from the leaves of the stevia plant.
Wait, when people find out that stevia is a plant, they're just gonna grow their own.
Yeah, but
I'm growing
I had to get woke and no, he
here
didn't.
in my basement.
but to get the best
Did more
tasting
crap
stevia,
in
I'm
office.
gonna turn my backyard into a stevia grow operation. Or you could just
We could grow our own and make some.
Next.
There is this sense sometimes of the way of me making change is to be as judgmental as possible about other people. And you're never going to, this idea of purity and you're never compromised and you're always politically woke and all that stuff. You should get over that quickly. The world.
So get over purity, wanting to be pure and not be sinful and not be corrupt, not be a Katie Hill, cheater, adulteress, fornicator, and all that, and not go along with gay marriage. So purity is a problem to Mr. Obama and a lot of politicians who seamlessly have the devil culture in their blood.
It's messy. There are ambiguities. People who do really good stuff.
And the world is messy. We live in a fallen world, fallen angels. You got Lucifer with his kingdom on earth. You got Mr. Obama and other people a part of Lucifer kingdom, helping run it. You know he's a part of it with all this gay marriage. The Supreme Court passing gay marriage. The Second Amendment being restricted and going to be done away with. First Amendment freedoms just being done away with. It's a lot more we can go into. Let's just continue listening to Mr. Obama.
Have flaws. People who you are fighting.
If you have flaws, that's why you repent of your sins. That's why you confess. And that's why you repent. That's why you stop being a sensible little devil. Nobody wants somebody who runs the country and steals or goes to war for no reason and just leads the country to eternal fire and hell and to judgment by God to eternal fire and hell. And you led millions of people and you continue to lead millions of people to hell with this gay marriage, approving gay marriage and all this, that, and third.
May love their kids and share certain things with you.
I know I'm still on the gay topic. Okay, gay people love the same sex, but just because you love your kids don't mean go sleep with your kids and commit incest. I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line we're gonna see a president that's for incest, and he gonna make it part of the LGBTQ XYZ. Just like they want to make pedophilia. The Man Who Loved Boys Club, which is real, been in operation for over 3 decades. They want legislation saying it's okay for grown men to date 8-year-old boys, 9-year-old boys, 10-year-old boys. Like when you see Desmond the Amazing dancing on stage and taking off clothes and men throwing money at him. That kind of behavior is not accepted. The ambiguity that he's talking about.
And I think that one danger I see among young people, particularly on college campuses, Malia and I talk about this. Yara goes to school with my daughter.
And his daughter was caught smoking weed and dancing, caught doing drugs and dancing provocatively. She's not a great example for no young American girls. Not a great example. Neither is he.
But I do get a sense sometimes now among certain young people, and this is accelerated by social media, there is this sense sometimes of...
It's accelerated by social media because you got to highway information to get out to people quicker and to teach people quicker. So it's not just the state that's teaching people. It's actually real people now on social media that have a voice, and people are listening, and people are learning, and people are turning away from sin, and so on. Let's continue this.
The way of me making change is to be as judgmental as possible about other people.
Yep, the way of you making change is to be judgmental as possible about other people and let other people know that they're wrong, and we don't want you in office, Miss Katie Hill or Miss Obama. We sure hell don't want Joe Biden in office with all that groping on kids shit he does and whispering in kids' ears and his co-worker ears. I mean, nobody wants Joe Biden. If he does all that, Joe Biden gonna do a lot more behind the scenes. It's like Mr. Obama did a lot more behind the scenes. Like Donald Trump does a lot more behind the scenes.
And that's enough. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or used the wrong verb, or then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself because, man, you see how woke I was? I called you out.
Yeah. Basically, he's saying he don't want social media calling out corruption and sin in leadership positions. He don't want people being woke and aware of what's going on in the world they're born into, this fallen world. He just wants people to sit back and accept sin and accept the devil's culture. No, thank you, Obama.
Let me get on TV, watch my show, watch Grownish. That's not activism. That's not bringing about change.
That is bringing about change when you change the minds and hearts and souls of people. That is bringing about change. Cause then when they got that saying, "Kids are the future leaders of tomorrow." Well, you can teach these kids right now, teach them the correct, proper way, correct ethics, and expose corruption. Then they'll grow up not doing that crap, and you can have some great leaders of tomorrow in the office in the future, Mr. Obama. What's wrong with that logic, Mr. Obama? Woke is about what's right and calling out what's evil. That's what woke is. Black conscious community woke, that's nothing but a bunch of history lessons black people get online and give to their masses or their subscribers. If I want a history lesson, I'll go to a college and take a black history class. That's not woke.
If all you're doing is casting stones.
That's a Bible term, casting stone, which he don't, pretty sure he shits on the Bible daily, shits on the Bible. Pretty sure he wipes his ass daily with the Bible pages. One of the biggest sinners you will find throwing stones. Yes, I love to throw stones. And I don't mind people throwing stones at me for my wrong. Because I throw stones at myself for my wrong so I can correct my wrong. Think I want to be a corrupt leader? Come on, think I want to be a Katie Hill or Obama, Joe Biden? Think I want to get in the office, position of power, and do something stupid, immoral, or unethical?
You're probably not going to get that far. That's easy to do. To be politically correct.
Seems like it's easy to be corrupt. That's what it seems like.
Instead, it's something that...
It's easier to do as thou wilt than it is to do the right thing. And, people don't want to cast stones. They don't. People don't want to talk against homosexuality and corruption. They don't. Let's keep going.
the organization, whatever that organization is. And the reason is that all of us have blind spots. All of us have strengths, but we all.
Oh, no, the woke culture started a long time ago. You used to see those people on the corner talking about the end of the world is coming. They call them conspiracy theorists. Oh, no, it started long before you, Obama. People were woke in the world long before you. And people were out of the matrix long before you. Goes back to the biblical days. Thousands of years before you, people were woke, Mr. Obama.
We have weaknesses. We have different perspectives and different experiences. And what I found as president was that the greater mix and cross-section of people I had around me who had different perspectives, hopefully common values, but different perspectives, experiences.
And the people you had around you said, go ahead and legalize gay marriage. Go ahead and say you're for it. You was against it at first. Then you let somebody else common values invade what's right. Keep going. Let's go. Let's keep going.
And strengths, the more likely it was that we would have fresh eyes and fresh approaches to problems.
There's no fresh eyes and fresh approaches to problem under the sun. I guarantee you that. It's all been done before. Homosexuality was around over 1,000 years ago. You see what happened with that. It was in so many societies that don't exist now. You see what happened to those societies. You about to see what's going to happen to the American society. I guess America got a few hundred years left or less.
So, if an organization starting at the top makes a determination that that's important, then the next step is to put your words into action, and that means being very intentional about it. There are some cases, I think, in the startup world where people just don't even think about it. They're not actively trying to exclude, but they're not.
Just not thinking about it.
It's not a focus. And so, those of us who are in charge of large organizations that historically have been more exclusive have to actively reach out. If you do, then what you'll find is the talent's there. It's just that you have to work for it. Now, when it comes to tech, part of this has to start earlier. And we know, for example, that, and I speak as somebody who has two daughters, how they learn and Michelle and I talked about how when they took math classes, for example, they benefited much more from working in.
And the warning, it should no warning. It should no type of warning. And God has warned y'all. How about that? God has warned y'all many a times. How about that? Obama issues warning to politically woke culture, blah, blah, blah. In a new speech, the former president scolded people for being too judgmental. Again, we went over that. What else? He added, "Oh, we'll bring about real change, and you're speaking against it, so we know it brings about change. Because you don't want to see people with common sense in office. You want to see more corruption in office, more of the devil culture that's being taught to the young generation in office in the future. And you want to see more ignorance in the office in the future from future leaders. That's what you want to see." Quickly my ass. Quickly like Jesus was gonna send him to the lake of fire, and all the corrupt to the sinful to the lake of fire. And that's if he's not shown mercy. That's if he's not shown mercy. So the call out culture, yeah, we call y'all asses out all the time. And he's talking about citizens. He's talking about citizens. He's talking about the bread and butter of the country, the citizens. He's not talking about politics in office now, because they're full of shit. He's talking about the citizens. Until he got anything else to say. No, you're not good people if you agree with homosexuality, if you agree with taking guns or restricting guns. I mean, sinful people, corrupt people are not good people. I don't care if you go home to your kids and kiss them goodnight. You're not good people. You're not. We're gonna see if we can find some more video of him talking out his rear end. Obama calls out online culture, live news. Oh, it's activism. That's why you call it out, because it's activism. Let's get him through this. Yeah, and he laughed like a devil. Yeah. Surprised he didn't get into calling out propaganda. Like that Syria video they pushed as real. One was a Kentucky shooting range. What is a council culture? I believe I spoke enough on this. Woke millennials. It's boomers too. I believe we're just gonna get the same clip. Let's see what CNN has to say.
And 100% natural. New Splenda stevia, made from the leaves of the stevia plant.
Wait, stevia.
Political purity. You just make up fucking terms, man. Political purity.
President and First Lady Barack and Michelle Obama holding their third annual Obama Foundation Summit in Chicago earlier today. They took audience questions and spoke about empowering the next generation of leaders. They also talked about race.
Empowering the next generation of leaders by telling them, don't be judgmental. It's okay if you're corrupt. It's okay to have corruption in office. And it's okay if Katie Hill was married and slept around. Like, all this it's okay for them to steal money. It's okay for them to push the masses towards hell, towards immoral ways, towards a new norm of sinfulness and just straight ignorance. Let's continue, because I'm repeating myself.
And how to be effective political activists. Let's discuss now. Charles Blow is here. Jen.
And being what Don just said, political activists or efficient political activists is not agreeing with gay marriage, Mr. Obama. Saying you're not for it, then changing your position saying you're for it. I mean, deceiving people is not how you do it, Mr. Obama. Or any president or any leader.
As well. So good to have both of you on. Thank you so much.
Good to be.
Jen, the former president, talked about being a little too pious about politics. Listen. You know, this idea of purity and you're never compromised and you're always politically woke and all that stuff. You should get over that quickly.
Yeah, Nets.
I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself.
Nets.
Watch Grownish.
Nets.
Who's that message for? Is that a message for Democrats?
I watched that racially programmed show called Blackish. That racist shit. By racist, it's again teaching people who they identify as black how to be black. That's what that does. It's program the masses.
Right there, Jen.
I think in part, and people running, but also certainly for the party. I think at times the reaction to Donald Trump has been to kind of put out these purity tests that say if you don't meet these bars, if you're not with me on every single issue and you don't check every single box, then you can't be a part of the party. It is good to have.
That goes back to Christianity, the word of God, the truth. You know, if you're not checking these boxes, you're not saved, and you're not with God, and you do the works of the devil.
Big dreams and big aspirations, and I worked for Barack Obama for 10 years. There were a lot of things like making a deal with Iran and healthcare, Obamacare, that nobody thought was possible. That's important and should be a part of what the Democratic Party stands for.
It's not really what he was talking about, but okay.
You can't be a part of us. We're going to have such a small party that we're not going to be able to win. And I think what I was so great to see them out there. I'm biased, I know, but it was kind of soothing in the age of Trump to hear them out there and see them out there. And he governed. Governing is not about saying you don't agree with me, you can't be a part of the conversation. That was important, I think, for people to hear, because governing especially is about compromise and about not letting the perfect people.
It's not about compromise. You compromise the country, you compromise the minds of the people, you compromise what's right. Like, you don't compromise the Bible, so why would you compromise governing people?
Enemy of the good.
All right, let's bring Charles in. Charles, I want to play this. This is from the former First Lady talking really candidly about racism and discrimination. Watch this.
I can't make people not afraid of black people. I don't know what's going on. I can't explain what's happening in your...
You can explain something. I cannot make people not afraid of black people. As if there's not people afraid of white people or afraid of Mexicans. You're not really afraid. You're prejudiced as hell. Prejudice as hell. Again, part of the Matrix programming. I'll continue, Mr. Michael Obama. Continue, Michael.
Head, but maybe if I show up every day as a human, a good human, doing wonderful things, loving my family, loving your kids, taking care of things that I care about, maybe, just maybe, that work will pick away at the scabs of your discrimination.
Imagine having achieved becoming the First Lady and still having to deal with that, because you know what she's saying, like. Right. But a lot of black folks feel that responsibility. Right, but I don't. Yeah, and I find.
I really don't like talking about that delusion. The whole world is under called race and division and culture. When y'all are human, y'all come from Adam and Eve, and all come from dirt, and women all come from the rib of man, and so on and so on. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is I'm pretty. This is about the only society in history that calls people white and black. I can't think of another society in the past, going back in history thousands of years ago, that called people white and black and used race. Good Lord. When you have a tribe, you're not calling people white and black in a tribe. You're one. You're one. There's no such thing. There was no such thing as white and black thousands of years ago. Probably 1,000 years ago. Probably 800 years ago, wasn't no white and black. So this is ridiculous. This is the matrix of this current world that they're talking about. The matrix that y'all people need to get your head out of. Get your head out your asses.
Opinion of you a tremendous waste of your time. I kind of live by the late Toni Morrison's concept that the great kind of bad part about racism is that it's a distraction. It keeps you explaining things that don't need to be explained in every moment.
Well, the distraction part is really, really accurate. It is a distraction. That's really, really accurate. Continue.
That I spend trying to get you to change something about you is a moment that I've taken away from loving my family, from being in
I don't mind trying to help people understand they're all human. That color is an illusion. That you're inside of a matrix. I'm trying to find another word besides matrix to describe what I mean. And I don't mind. I do not mind. How else are you gonna end the foolishness and wake people up? How else you gonna wake people up? People Obama don't want woke. Now sitting your kids down in school and letting transgenders read transgender books to them is not woke. That's just immoral and leading your country to hell.
My career, from reading a good book or whatever I want to do that was
Reading no good book. What good book?
community and my family. You have to
Only
stop
good
it.
book is the Bible, and if you read the Bible, you'll see all the crap that Obama's talking about. But when I mean you see all the crap Obama's talking about, you'll see where Obama was wrong in his speech. You'll see where he was wrong at.
Some point, centering the person, the racist person, and putting energy into.
Let's fast forward so I can end this live.
Double oppression.
Double oppression.
Asking the oppressed to fix the flaw in the oppression.
Well, no, the oppression is going to make it more oppressed and tell you it's normal. Then it's going to go down to the younger generation who's going to think it's normal. They're not going to think they're oppressed. They're going to think, oh, well, this is normal. No, you're oppressed. You're fucking oppressed. You're being distracted on purpose by the devil and the devil's kingdom.
Is another oppression. You have to come out of that and say to yourself, I am sufficient. I do not need to explain to you. I do not need to drag a person who is reluctant out of a cave and into the light. No. So it's not incumbent upon the...
Out of a cave into the light? What is he talking about with that? Okay, only verse I remember in the Bible about a cave is the demon-possessed man was in a cave, and Jesus, was it Jesus or Paul? I believe it Jesus got rid of the demon out of him, and the demons went into the swine or the pig, and the pigs drowned himself. That's the only scripture I know of right now about being in a cave and coming into light.
Oppressor to teach the oppressed. The other way around. Right. The oppressed to teach the oppressor. Right. But I do think
The oppressor to teach the oppressed is exactly what most institutions of education is the oppressor's institution teaching the oppressed. And you're oppressing people with homosexuality. The oppressors are oppressing people with homosexuality. And of course with legalizing drugs, because no drugs make you dumb as hell. They don't like to admit. Drug heads don't like to admit. Drugs make you dumb as hell. So unhealthy. It's legalized. Right. So the oppressor disoppress more.
whether I agree with what Toni Morrison says and your thing on that, but that is something that a lot of African Americans feel like if I don't do it, who's going to teach them?
Dude, you're not African American. Anybody that looks like you, that's listening, looks like Don Lemon or darker than Don Lemon, you're not African American, you're not African. You're human, you're human. You're only human. It's again, you're in an illusion that's set up by the oppressor that's oppressing you. Same thing with the whites. You're not white, you're in an illusion. You're being oppressed. Your mind's being oppressed. Your perceptions are being oppressed. Right.
I want you to put it in this frame. Yeah. Think about, for 400 years, all the time and energy black people have spent trying to train out the racism out of white people. Trying to demonstrate that I am good enough. That, you know, that I...
Trying to demonstrate they are good enough. I'm going to touch on Hebrew Israelites. That's why a lot of blacks go to that Hebrew Israelite Aboriginal thing, saying they're the first ones in the country to, let's listen to this again, to say I am good enough. It's like a prideful thing. It's very prideful and ignorant. It's very prideful.
Smart enough that I'm a good person, that I'm not pathologically flawed out the racism out of white people. Trying to demonstrate.
Train out the racism in white people. Really? Who trained in the racism of white people? The oppressor. Who trained in the racism in black people, Hispanics, and so on? The oppressor, the kingdom. It's up to us to train it out. and become woke, away from all that divide and conquer, all that illusion of race and colors. It's up to us. They're not going to tell us the truth. I mean, they're not going to tell us the truth. They're not going to set us on the right path mentally. They're not going to teach the younger generations that color is an illusion. You shouldn't be walking around calling yourself by colors or race when there's only one human race. We're all under one tribe under God. One tribe under God. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you the truth. They want you to be oppressed. The kingdom of Lucifer wants you to be oppressed. And dumb. And ignorant.
I'm smart enough that I'm a good person, that I'm not pathologically flawed. And think about all that time and energy and what it could have been used for otherwise.
Yeah. It was, Jen, I have to agree with you. It was interesting to see them out there. You don't have to be biased for that, but just...
All right, let's end it right here. Let's recap. Obama made some comment about the woke culture. Of course, he wasn't 100% correct. Yeah, I'm calling out Obama, so what? Oh, yeah, I'm calling you out, Obama. He judgmental. Yes, it's good. It's great to be judgmental. He wasn't 100% correct in his speech. I don't think he was correct at all in his speech. Anyway, we listen to Obama, then we listen to these people talk about this illusion of race and training out racism in white people. You know, black people are racist and prejudiced towards blacks and whites. You do understand that, okay? Let's go back. I just want to listen to that again.
And what it could have been used for otherwise. That, you know, that I'm smart enough, that I'm a good person, that I'm not pathologically flawed.
Of course. Because we're all human. So this is what I don't understand. Because everybody sins. And you should repent. And you should stop doing it. And you should walk with Jesus. So, I mean, you see criminals who are so-called white, criminals who are so-called black, criminals who are so-called Mexican, and so on. So I don't get your point. And the point he made about he could have spent his time doing something else. That's like telling Martin Luther King, oh, Martin, you could have spent your time at home with the kids being oppressed and not bringing the human race together or back together how it's supposed to be. And we're not all the way there yet. You still got sleeping folks in the so-called conscious community, of every so-called or Proud Boy community. And the name Proud Boy is sinful itself. You know, you're prideful in what? You're prideful fools. Like, these groups are prideful fools. No matter your so-called color, you're prideful fools. All right, man. I'm in this video right here. This is Awkward Occurrence, Awkward Entertainment, and I'll see you in the next video. Get rid of that color out of your head. Get rid of color, prejudice out of your heart. Understand that we live in a sinful, fallen world, and that everybody doesn't have to be sinful and fallen. There's a way. Jesus is the way and the light, and no one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Remember to repent. Remember to confess your sins to God. Repent. Go ahead, get baptized. And that's really it, everybody. I'll see y'all in the next video.